welcome back to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, awesome. It was pretty exciting. It was a pretty exciting announcement. I got to see the video. We got to have a little chit chat beforehand. That was really nice. So tell us about what's going on this season. The cat is out of the bag. Itzhak Perlman's coming.
That's right.
How do you feel about it?
I'm very, very excited.
I can imagine.
Because with those guys, it's so difficult to get them. Mm-hmm. And just everything lined up. He was free and boom, bang, here, signed the contract, signed. He's coming to Winnipeg, September.
Wow, 16th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. So
and he's playing the Beethoven Violin Concerto. It's like that's what he is supposed to do.
That's
like, so gorgeous.
How did that even happen? Like how did we manage to...
Well, the thing is, everybody, you all know that we had this big gala with Joshua Bell last September.
Right.
And we didn't know how it would play out. And it was very successful. So we thought, okay, how can we top that?
Yeah. Well, you bring in one of the legends of the 20th century.
So we bring in the legend now.
Maybe.
So it's really amazing to have him. And with this repertoire, it's great.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of legends as well, not only is Itzhak Perlman opening the season, but we also have this great happy 70th anniversary to the WSO featuring Victor Feldbrühl. He was the conductor of the WSO from 58 to 68.
Yes. So, this was also like on the top of my head, like for a while. We know the 70th anniversary is coming up and what can we do? And so several names were swirling around from previous music directors.
Right.
And then Feldbrühl suddenly conducted the Toronto Symphony the other last month and was like, oh my gosh.
Let's do it.
He is conducting still, 92 years old.
Oh my gosh, he's 92.
92 years old.
Unreal.
So he will be coming in October and kicking off the actual subscription, the first subscription concert with Leonore.
Yes.
Overture, Beethoven.
Yeah.
And man, that will be really cool.
Not to mention also a Haydn cello concerto and Brahms' second, which, who doesn't love Brahms too?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Right?
One of my favorites.
Fantastic. And also there's a matinee the next day. For all of this, if you out in there in Radioland don't know how to follow along, just go to the website, wso.ca is the place to go. There's just right on the homepage, celebrating the 70th season. That's remarkable too.
Yes.
What a milestone year for us here in this beautiful city of ours. It's also it'll be the second half of the 150 celebrations, I guess. Anyway, what else is happening this season that is remarkable for you? I know that I'm super excited about the Angels and Demons thing particularly. Yes. Okay, so tell us about this festival that's happening in our late October, early November
so we
festival.
have several years now our autumn festival. Mm-hmm. Every time a different title, a different topic, and this year, gosh, I was like, I want to have something a little bit more, I don't know, spicy and different. Yeah. So I was like, okay, for cool music that we hadn't done, and Liszt Dante Symphony came up, and Seven Deadly Sins by Kurt Weill, and I was like, how can we put this together? And I don't know why this idea of Angels and Demons, like a title, popped into my head. And everybody knows the Dan Brown book, and it's a little bit more pops, and some might hate the book, but the whole point is it's about this theme of like very spiritual and very dark and like real extremes.
Right.
And there's so much music written about it, and that's what we are going to do.
So we start with Gorecki.
So the first evening, the first program is Gorecki Symphony number 3 of Sorrowful Songs. And many of you out there might know it. If you don't, go on YouTube, look it up, because it is the most downloaded, whatever, contemporary piece of the 20th century, like over 1 million downloads. It's so stunning, so beautiful, and so sincere, and it is contemporary, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just music. And we're going to perform that, and we have Chopin Piano Concerto, which was written for his first love, Chopin's first love, where again, he was like between heaven and hell.
Right.
himself. Right. Natasha Peremsky playing, coming back to Winnipeg. And then that second weekend, as we mentioned, we have Seven Deadly Sins, and I forgot the soloist.
I don't know what her name is. I have no idea.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, it's me.
My goodness. Sarah Jo Kirsch is singing, and it's fantastic.
And a really wonderful quartet of gentlemen joining us as well. Chris Cornelson, Scott Reimer, PJ Buchan, and of course, the Profondo of Winnipeg, Derek Morphy, as the mother. It's going to be wonderful.
Yes, it'll be very special.
Super stoked.
And the music, Kurt Weill, we haven't done that really. It's like really Berlin in the 20s. It was like that time when things were still somewhat free, but then of course course, the Third Reich started. So it's a whole different world there. I mean, very, very exciting. Yeah. And then the second half, Liszt Dante Symphony. And I don't know, I mean, it's this work, I never thought of it. And I listened to a whole bunch of music last spring and then came across this amazing performance and was like, oh my gosh, I just really want to do that piece.
Well, and it's going to be a fantastic festival. So then after the festival, what do we have? Oh, we're doing a Messiah, which is, our every year.
And you know who's conducting?
I heard that Mr. Pellicano
That's
is.
right. Julian Pellicano, our own resident conductor for the first time.
So great.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for him. He's thrilled. So we'll be there. And then, man, I mean, I have like several things I'm looking forward. Bruckner, Ninth Symphony.
That's right. Yes.
That work that is just his last work, first of all.
And that's happening in March.
It's happening next March. Not this month, next March.
Yeah.
And then we have 2 Strauss tone poems.
Yeah, that's right. Heldenleben.
Yes.
That's so exciting.
Heldenleben, we end with Heldenleben. First of all, this massive work, 40 minutes, huge orchestra, and so beautiful. Mm-hmm. And then we do another one that is never really done. We have guest conductor Jun Merkel, German, which is actually quite a big deal.
We play him all the time.
Yes, a big deal. And he's doing, amongst others, Death and Transfiguration.
That's in December. That's the beginning of December, right?
So, yes, don't miss that. And it's a work that is never, again, I don't know why. It's like a tone poem, so imaginative and romantic.
It's brilliant. I've played it here in my show, of course. Yeah. We are live in the studio with Alexander Mickelthwate. Alexander is the artistic director of the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra. We are talking about the 17-18 season of the WSO, which was just announced on Friday, opening with Itzhak Perlman, and just brilliant programming, just like some really heavy-duty works that aren't done enough at all.
And actually, speaking of that, one more I have to mention is I decided to feature Carl Nielsen more often. And the reason is we did his 4th symphony not too long ago, 2-3 years ago. Mm-hmm. And people are saying, well, he sounds like Mahler. You don't know the name, but when you go, oh my gosh, it's so romantic. It's like the Bruckner, Mahler, and that people don't know yet.
But it's a little bit more spatial. Like, I feel like it's not quite as dense and it's not necessarily as intimidating for people like me. I mean, I kind of get overloaded by Wagner. I feel like Nielsen is kind of that step towards Sibelius. He's not quite as intense. So for those of you who are fans of both sides of that spatial kind of nature of the Scandinavian composers of the late 19th century, and also that density, you'll get a nice happy medium. That's happening also in January of 2018.
So we're doing his 3rd symphony, first time ever exciting. In Manitoba, and will be huge. Yeah.
And also Alexandra Costa is coming in, this sassy young violinist who is going to be having a great time, I'm sure, with us. And also Harry Staphylakis is going to have a new work on that program as well.
Yeah, so
our resident composer,
and he will compose several works for us, and that's one of those.
Fantastic.
All right, well,
any other fun highlights? I mean, there's some good pops highlights.
Well, I mean, we have this new pop series, because as you all know, since 6-7 years we do movies in the orchestra, right? Pirates of the Caribbean and Home Alone 7 will always is a big success. And now we have this whole idea that we have 3 in a row. Like, we have 3 movies with live orchestra. And we start out with Harry Potter.
Right.
And the Philosopher's Stone, right? With the whole thing. Like, actually, we have this whole, the next 6-7 years are all booked.
Amazing.
Each one, every year we have one Harry Potter movie.
Excellent.
So we'll start off this coming season. And then we'll have Wizard of Oz, all the famous tunes, and Charlie Chaplin's City Lights.
I am especially excited about that.
So it's a whole series, and I think it's really something that people love and see kind of the orchestra in a different light with the visual of the film and the movie. And gosh, yes, so we're having a whole series. That's fantastic. And those are Julian Pellicano's. Julian's conducting those. Awesome. Yes. Also, I heard about there's Abba. Abba, there's an Abba cover band. Some of the ensemble from the original ensemble. Abba, the most famous cover band, is coming to Winnipeg. So fun. And the tenors are coming. Which are formerly known as the Canadian tenors. Always have to say that. Right. Okay. There you go. Not the 3 tenors. Also, what else did I know is Kurt Browning. I was like, what is Kurt Browning doing? Like, famous figure skater. Of my youth that I just, I remember watching him skate when I was a kid in the Olympics. And just crazy. So music that usually people associate with those beautiful dance routines. Yeah. And he's bringing this here to the concert hall. Fantastic. And he will skate, I guess. What? In between. I don't know. That would be amazing. Didn't they set up for Nutcracker, though? Didn't they set up a little ice patch on the stage for Nutcracker this year?
and we had some people skating. Yeah, I think we did.
All
I think
right,
we had
well,
some
we'll do
jets
that
skating
now.
on the. Yeah,
All right,
maybe we need to do
we'll
that.
get the jets now going. Thank
Amazing.
you.
Hey, okay, so now that we've talked a little bit about the 17-18 season, and for those of you out there who missed anything or you want to check out what else is going on, because it is a chock-a-block full season of magical repertoire. Now, you can go to the website, of course, WSO.ca, but I want to talk about a couple of things that are still happening in our current season. Earlier on today, I played a little bit of Bartók's Concerto for Orchestra.
Oh, yeah.
Which is going to be paired on the program with Tianhua Yang's Brahms.
Yeah.
That's right after the WSO Gala that's happening on the 20th of April at the Winnipeg Convention Center. Definitely worth checking that out as well. But something that's very new for the WSO that we have just started hearing about are Thursday nights at Regent. So tell us a little bit about that.
So we have this whole new concert series at Club Regent Street Casino. You all know it. They have this new event center, a kind of really nice performance hall.
Okay.
So we will have 3 concerts officially starting this Thursday in 2 days. What is today? Monday?
Yeah, it's
in
Monday,
3 days.
so 3 days.
3
yeah.
days. And the whole idea is that you hear the classical chestnuts, like music that we usually don't play at the Masterworks and not at the Pops. And so where do you play them? You can't do none of it. So there you get it.
So what's on the program for Thursday?
So we have like the Blue Danube Waltz. We have Radetzky March. We have Beethoven Fifth Symphony First Movement, Brahms First Symphony Last Movement, and all those kind of pieces that everybody knows, but you don't, and all short, not the whole thing. You'd have to sit through like a 40-minute piece if you don't like that, if you're not used to that.
Right.
So they're all short, and then we have this audience participation. We have like Leopold Mozart's famous Toy Symphony.
Okay, fine.
Which is written for like, I don't know, like some bird call instrument, like boop, 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 the cuckoo and all those kind of things. And then we'll have, we will interact, we'll have fun with you guys. I hope you come.
Yeah.
I mean, all of you out there.
So where do we find more info about this? Is this on your website as well, WSO.ca?
It's all on the website.
Oh my gosh,
so
fantastic.
come Thursday evening, complete different experience. And also like from the seating. So we will not be on the stage far away.
Okay.
We will in the audience. We'll sit there on the ground floor, surrounded by the audience. So you guys will sit next like 3 feet or whatever, 2 meters away.
So it's like a chamber experience.
Chamber
with a full
experience, and you will
orchestra.
have like the immediate sound right there, and you can look at the music of the musicians and see them sweat.
Oh my gosh, I'm sure they'll
See me
love
sweat.
that. I'm sure the audience will love it. I'm sure that the orchestra will
my
feel
goodness.
interesting about it.
Yeah. No,
I'm
we're
sure they'll
actually
have a
all
great
really
time.
excited. Yeah.
Oh
it's really
yeah,
different.
it sounds like a really great time, and I mean, like to get to do the super fun rap that again doesn't get done because either we feel like it's overplayed or whatever,
But
or
it's not,
and, like,
because we never do
vignettes.
those kind of chestnuts at the end. So, yeah.
Well, great.
All right. Thank you very much. It's
So
great
much
to be
looking
here.
forward to this
Oh, yeah.
season. I like 17-18 season. I am just, and I'm so honored to get to do a Masterworks with you guys.
Oh,
It's like
yes,
what a
very good.
joy that's going to be,
Great.
especially such a juicy work.
Yeah.
I mean, Kurt Weill,
The real deal.
crazy.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Alexander Mickelthwate, Artistic Director of the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra, here in the studio talking about the 17-18 season coming up. WSO.ca for more info. How exhilarating. You check it out. Lots of things, lots of flexible ways to get tickets. And don't forget, if you're 30 or under, soundcheck passes are the way to go. It saved me through my grad school because
so
I couldn't
smart.
afford it.
It's
It
so
is this
smart.
$15 tickets
Yeah.
for your buddy and
Yeah.
free tickets for you for like
Sign
one
up,
fixed rate.
easy.
And you can go every night.
Yeah. Totally smart.
Unbelievable.
And fun. Great.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well,
Thank you,
Alexander, it's
Sarah.
always a pleasure. We're going to go to another short break here in the Diamond Lane and come back with some Prokofiev because why not? Thank you so much for joining us. You're always welcome here in the Diamond Lane. Sorry we didn't get to you this morning, but glad you could join us now.
Thanks so much.
All right.
Bye.
Check out the season. We'll see you in a bit.